Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And as you can see, we are continuing with the retro card Fantastic Four, and in this video we are going to take a look at Mr. Fantastic, the leader of the Fantastic Four himself. So without further ado, let's open him up. So this of course is Reed Richards. So what is in the box? Obviously the figure with lab coat. You also get 2 additional arms, which are the kind of uncoated arms and the long extended fingers, and that's it. That is everything that we get inside the box. However, if you pop off his arms, you can remove the coat very simply like this, and then you can pop on the uncoated arms. Uncoated arms, is that the right word? I don't know, but the uniformed arms, and you have Reed Richards, or Mr. Fantastic, in his Fantastic Four costume. You can then obviously take off the hands from the lab coat, and you can take off the extended fingers and swap them over as well, and you have him as a sort of standard Mr. Fantastic without using any of his powers. Let me just take those off and take this one out as well, and I'll just pop that on his right arm. So even though there isn't much in the way of accessories in this box, you do actually have 4 looks that you can use. So you have obviously the lab coat with extended fingers, no lab coat, and no lab coat with extended fingers. So 4 different variations of look. So how does this one shape up to the previous versions we've had? Well, first off, let me just grab the modern suit. This is the modern suit Reed Richards, obviously sporting a beard in the black and blue costume. And of course we had the Walgreens exclusive set as well, which was the sought after set and the only version of the Fantastic Four we had for quite some time. And here we go, is all 3 of them next to each other. I think the white and blue costume definitely stands out the most. It definitely looks the most iconic when you stand the Mr. Fantastics next to each other. Now, the Walgreens, however, did come with these long, interchangeable, kind of bendy arms. Now, this is obviously what a lot of people think of when they think of Mr. Fantastic or Reed Richards. They think of the long arms, the big hands, because that's often how he was depicted in the comic books. However, they've only actually given us these arms with the original Walgreens exclusive. The modern version also had the long kind of extended fingers, and they were met with kind of mixed reviews. Some people really liked them, some people really disliked them. I quite liked them. I'm not a huge fan, but I didn't hate them. It was nice to have kind of a different look. The only thing is though, is all 3 costumes have very different coloured hands, so you can't actually mix and match them. The long arms only go on the Walgreens exclusive. However, all 3 of them are built on the same buck, so you can pull the arms off of all 3 of them, which means that you can put the lab coat on whichever version of the suit that you want. So here he is on the modern version. I haven't seen anyone put the lab coat on this version yet. Let me just swap the hands over, because obviously he wouldn't have the white hands, he would have the blue, kind of black and blue hands. So just swap those over and then I'll let you have a look. But you can put the lab coat on obviously the modern version, and it looks like this. I don't think it works particularly well. It hides too much of the costume, and the blue hands just look a little bit weird, kind of sticking out of the lab coat, the bright white lab coat. But you can do it. Now, I was unaware that all 3 were built on the same mould, so obviously the arms just pop off of all 3 of them, which is a shame because they're all very different, because otherwise we could put these long bendy arms on the other ones. Let me just put the other one on here on the Walgreens exclusive. Now, these are a great accessory on the Walgreens exclusive one, however it does make him very unbalanced, so you've got to be careful with your poses, but it does make for some really cool photography, and obviously poses. Oh, there we go, told you he was unbalanced. He can't even stand up for another minute and 38 seconds. But while he is over, let's swap him over and put the lab coat on the Walgreens exclusive, see if that looks any better. I think it's a really fun accessory having this kind of lab coat come with the retro one, because even if you're not going to use it on the retro carded one, you can put it on the other ones. So here we go. Obviously I'd have to swap the hands around as well, but I'm not going to, just for the sake of this. It does kind of work on the Walgreens one, but again it covers up a lot of the suit. I think the lab coat with the white boots and the white hands works quite well. But at least you have that option. You can put the lab coat on any one of these Reed Richards depending on how you're going to display them. If I had to pick a favourite, I would be hard pressed between these 2, the Walgreens and the retro. Let me just put this guy's arms back on just so you can see him. I love the modern one and I like the beard, but obviously that is a much more modern look of the costume. It's not one that a lot of people are familiar with, but the retro one, the white and the blue, and obviously the black and the blue, are much more distinctive looks. So I think it would be a toss-up between these 2. Now the head sculpt on these 2 is the same head sculpt, it's just with slightly different paint applications. and the modern version has different shoes as well, different feet. But there we go, there's all three Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic figures that we have. The retro carded one, which is the new one, the Walgreens exclusive, and of course the modern one with the beard. Let me just put his lab coat back on him, just for the sake of the last couple of seconds of this video. But yep, thanks very much for tuning in. If you are enjoying the 5-minute figure reviews, then please do like, share, subscribe. Check out the other Fantastic Four retro carded 5-minute figure reviews that I've done. Let me just pop him back there. I'm going to put his long fingers on just to round the video up. That actually looks quite cool. Quite like that look. But yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.